What's going on YouTube? So I decided to give this another shot. I mean, I made my first vlog a couple months ago. Didn't really turn out too well, but I mean, I was also a little bit on the intoxicated side. But I don't know, it was a spur of the moment type thing. And I think I only got like, what, 25 views, maybe, not even. But I mean, I've always wanted to try this out, honestly. I mean, I feel like everyone has like some sort of interesting type of life out there. I mean, I've been watching YouTube videos like for a good 2-3 years, but like vloggers per se. I look up to like a lot of them. For example, like that dude in blue. I'm a car fanatic, and I mean, he has an awesome channel. So I like what he's done. I like what Shmi has done with his channel. And I know, like, I'm just talking car nonsense right now, but there's also other people like BF versus GF, Jesse and Gina, who I've met before actually in Philly. That's a funny story, by the way. I'll probably save that for some other time. But the Shaytards, Steve Cook, fitness-wise, like, there's just so many of them. I just can't even like name all of them right now per se. I'm literally on my commute to work right now. But I mean, I've always wanted to give this a shot. I just didn't know, and still actually don't know what I would actually, you know, talk about, or what interest I should show to the public, anything like that. But I mean, I don't have that amazing of a life, but I can honestly say it's probably a little bit different compared to other people's. But I mean, that's how everyone's life is, honestly. But I'm sorry about the radio, by the way. I just realized that the volume was out. But basically, here's my story. I mean, I'll make it short and quick. But what I want to kind of do is, I mean, invite people to see what not my daily life. I mean, nothing exciting really happens to me on a daily basis, but certain things out of the ordinary do happen in my life because I'm just involved with so many different things out there. I do work in the car industry, so I do get to see, drive, and some very unbelievable experiences, to be honest with you. I used to work for a very high line company beforehand a couple of years ago, which I used to actually drive, see, touch, like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Maseratis, Bentleys, Rolls Royces. My first supercar ever driven was a Ferrari 599. And by all means, I had no idea that was ever going to happen in my life. I've always loved these cars. I always loved cars. Ever since I started playing Need for Speed at a young age, I thought it was like the sickest thing ever. I've always wanted to drive a Lamborghini Countach, but it's pretty hard to find now, huh? But anyways, I actually always wanted to get into the industry, but I never knew how exactly. And one day I was kind of like at a little bit of a dead-end job, going through school and all that too. And I decided, why not just, I mean, I was procrastinating for a while, but I decided to finally make a resume, which I advise that everyone should make it and should update it as much as possible, just because you never know what opportunities will be out there day of or whatever, and you just can't miss out. So I actually found an ad on Craigslist, and it said a dealership. I'm from Long Island, by the way, but it said dealership on Long Island hiring for a lot guy. And I was like, lot guy? You get to drive cars and get paid. All right, I guess it's like a valet. But it was a dealership, so I was like, they said high line, so I was like, I wonder what it could be. So I put in my resume and all, and I think, like, honestly, within like 2 or 3 hours later, I get a phone call, and this guy, who apparently was the manager of this specific dealership, told me that they wanted me to come in for an interview. So basically the next day I was like, yeah, like, I'll definitely come in the next day, sure. I show up to the dealership, and I had no idea where I was going, honestly. They just told me it was some dealership over in a certain town around here. And I'm not going to really name any names right now just because I don't know if that's kind of legal per se. I mean, it's still new to me. But I found out that I was working with over $250,000 worth of cars. Every single car was over $250,000. And I was nervous. At the time, I was driving like some 2004 Audi at the time. So that was like my most expensive thing that I've ever driven, like, ooh, Audi. But then the first car I drove, like I said, was a Ferrari 599. The retail price on that thing, I have no idea what it was, but my God, unbelievable car. But that's basically what kind of started my little shebang right there, you know. This vlog right now is kind of just involving what I kind of do, like car-wise. I'll get more in-depth later on, since I'm like closing up on my commute right now, actually. But to make things short, right now I work for another dealership, which I'm pretty high up there, I would say. Well, I'm working my way up there, and I get to do some unbelievable things as well. Today, like, since I decided to do this vlog, it's kind of like a special day. We have the only, I think, Mercedes-Benz AMG GT Edition 1 coming in today as a demo car. We're getting a lesson taught by one of the guys from AMG and all that about the car. So this car is unbelievable, and I've only read about it, seen spy photos and all that, and I've always been waiting to see this car. And we're getting a chance to see it today. It's coming to the dealership. I'll make sure I take videos, pictures, and all that. And the thing is, this car is a replacement to like the SLS, and like I don't even know the whole specs to it, honestly. But it's just a completely different car. Race car. They did so much to it. They went from a 6.2 or 6.3 liter V8 engine from like they're just changing things around big time. It's a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 pushing out insane amounts of power. And it's like a miniature version of an SLS, but like someone injected some insane steroids into this engine, which made it smaller, but fast and crazy loud too. But I mean, I can't do any justice. Videos on YouTube and all that don't do any justice really until you see it in person. But we're gonna get a chance to take the first looks at it today. So I'll make sure I include a couple pictures and a couple videos of it and all that, maybe do a walk around. And once I kind of get taught this lesson, I'll probably be able to give you a better idea what the hell I'm looking at. But on that note, I'm going to end the vlog right here since I'm basically almost at work. And cheers to starting like a whole thing, hopefully, this whole vlogging thing. But my name is Edwin, by the way. And I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy.
So this is like actually releasing, just releases it together with yourself. So we put it over and open it. So here's reasonable space. You know, lots of room for my junk. I can put my bag in here for the week and all my other stuff for training. And there's plenty of space. You can even pull this to cover what's back here. When it's closed, it's not going to cover what's up there.
How do you run the golf club this way?
Diagonally and take the drivers out. Okay, so you can
take a bag to go this way?
Oh, maybe a smaller bag.
No, I'm not doing that.
Where are you going to put the drivers?
You put them over top.
Yeah,
And just lay them.
Yeah.
Just lay them. Now there is a button if you want. There's a button in the overhead. Okay, let it go through the test side. Down the speed up and down. Okay. So now hit the bottom right button. Right there, push down.
Oh my God.
That's stage one. Start. That's opening